Howdy, boys. I have been away for some time because I am getting my stuff ready to go to college sometime. Hopefully, this year the VA gets my stuff fixed because I've been working with them since I'm technically I am a disabled veteran. I'm working with the VA. They're going to help me go to college. Basically, they're extending my benefits, so I'll be able to go to school pretty much wherever I want, and they're working with me to make sure that everything's set up and ready for me to go, communicating with the colleges and stuff. And if you're curious, I'm going to be going to school for radiology technician, and then I'm going to be working my way into that field because I find it really interesting. MRIs, CT scans, stuff like that, I really enjoy. So that's where I've been, and I have been playing some. I do have a new toy to use on the channel when I do have time. Because a lot of people did like my VR video I did a while back with War Thunder, and the reason why I didn't do any more was because it was extremely hard to see anything in the OG Vive. So I found a used Cosmos Elite headset. I don't have to. The good thing about HTC is like when you upgrade, you don't necessarily have to get the latest controllers or the base station. It really cuts down on the price if you already have stuff, and I really like that from. For a consumer, it really makes it easier to afford the new stuff. Now, if you're getting into it, yeah, it's really expensive, but you don't necessarily have to get like the newest thing. Yeah, it probably would benefit you if you did, but I haven't had any problems out of my Cosmos Elite so far. So I bought that in hopes to be able to do like simulator battles in VR, all kinds of cool stuff that I'm going to try to start doing next week now that I got it completely set up and ready to go. Now, with the Warfare 2077 game mode, I don't think I'm going to really do a video on Tailspin, considering that there's so many up right now, and it is a really fun game mode. I really enjoy it. It is really cool, but I kept playing Warfare 2077 because I'm trying to figure out exactly what this game mode is supposed to test. Now, obviously, there are some very obvious things in it, but the one thing that stands out to me is it seems like if you notice when you shoot people, they have like an active protection system or trophy system, whatever you want to call it, that shoots down projectiles. It seems like they are testing that because there are modern vehicles who have that, and they shoot down RPGs, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the Armada actually has that. And the other thing that I kind of think that is being tested. Now, this is only based off of what the monitor looks like, not the tank itself. It kind of looks like the PL-01. If you don't know what that is, I'll throw a picture up on the screen so you can see it. And if you want to know more about it, I forgot who made it. I think it's BAE Systems made this tank to be able to basically make itself invisible on thermal. I don't know all the ins and outs of that vehicle, obviously, but it mainly just seems like the tank could possibly be a test for something similar to that. I'm only saying that because of when you press Alt G, you can see all of your panels on the tank. They mimic the background behind it, making the tank pretty much invisible. And it just really seems like that is something. There might not be nothing there, but it just seems like it is. But definitely trophy system, active protection system, whatever you want to call it. We already have like a passive protection system, and I'm talking about the Stora one that's on the T90, and there are some other vehicles that have something similar to that, because first came the laser warning system, then came the ICRM with the T90, and some helicopters have it. The MA on the KA-50, and then the KA-52 just recently got something. So obviously they are exploring that entire little avenue of passive and active protection systems. And I feel like later down the road we'll be able to see stuff like, I think the Abrams actually has one. I'm not entirely sure, but if it does, later versions of the Abrams, inevitably when they get added, would have something similar to that. And obviously there are probably other vehicles that have it too, like the Armada, but that one's old. I don't ever see that thing coming anytime soon. But Gaijin likes to plan this game out very, very ahead, like years ahead. Like they already know what they want to do before they do it. So probably just seeing how it would work in a game mode that's obviously not modern. It's way on up decades in the future, where something like this would be extremely common to see, or what we think they would be a thing. So that's why I think that this could be a thing, because you can see me and this dude shooting each other right now, and you can see it working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that could be a thing. Outside of that, the other two vehicles, the Harpy and the, what was that thing's name? The Harpy and the crap, I'll think of it in a second. Anyways, one of them has an automated gun, and it's like an AA. Obviously it can kill tanks, but it has a variable time fuse on it that you can shoot down the UAVs with. It, I believe, will also work for the ATGMs, or the missiles. And if you don't know, the Monitor itself, when this video goes up, if you're still wanting to play it, the Monitor actually can lock on to the UAVs, and you can shoot at them with the rocket missiles that you can shoot, because you can see at the bottom, obviously you have the main gun ATGM, and then as a secondary you have a missile that you can launch out the top of the vehicle and you can control. That one will actually track the UAV. Now you obviously have to Alt X and then aim at it, and you get a very, very small square where it can do it, but it can do it. So they also could be testing new fire control systems, because the Monitor, when you aim at somebody, it instantly range finds the target, which isn't something like super groundbreaking, but it is a different thing. I'm pretty sure Arcade does that, but it's just something different compared to playing realistic battles. What else is it? Like locking onto a vehicle or a target. I didn't try it on vehicles like tanks, but I knew it instantly. It worked for shooting at the UAVs. Also the Wyvern. That one's a Grigan. What? Oh, the Grigan. That's the thing. It shoots out of that ATGM carrier. I never really used that. I used it one time, but I didn't really figure out how to use it, so I just stopped because my team was getting like molested, so it was kind of pointless. But I do enjoy this game mode. I actually think it's really interesting how it works, and obviously you can see right here, I'm not controlling this thing. I'm just watching it, and I don't know how this happened, but it did. And it was locking on based on my cursor, and when it did lock on to the Wyvern, I wasn't controlling it. It was going towards it, even though it's slow as shit, but it still went towards it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully be doing some simulator VR battles here shortly, but that's where I've been, working on college stuff and being really busy. So anyways, guys, I will see you later.